Rise with my fellow co-chair, Mr. Florian Laudi, Director General of the Multilateral Affairs at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Germany. As Her Excellency Jennifer Lee Morgan, State Secretary and Special Envoy for International Climate Action, is unfortunately not able to join us this afternoon. In accordance with Assembly Resolution 78/319 and as indicated in the concept and logistics note circulated through letters by the President of the General Assembly dated 15 August and 3rd September 2024, this multi-stakeholder panel will focus on the theme livelihoods, socio-economic challenges and culture and heritage in relation to the sea level rise. A summary of our discussion will be presented at the closing segment of the high-level meeting at 5:40 in the Trusteeship Council chamber. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, distinguished participants, allow me to make a few opening remarks. Sea level rise caused by climate change is a challenge for coastal communities, a Trojan horse that conceals a myriad of threats to our shorelines, communities, cultures, and survival. For the Maldives, the danger of sea level rise as a slow onset event is a serious concern. 80% of our islands stand less than 1 meter above the encroaching tides. Nearly half of our population and almost as many homes are within a mere 100 meters of the coastal line. We've been sounding the alarm since 1987, yet the problem has only intensified. Yesterday at the plenary, world leaders highlighted the impact of sea level rise. We heard the economic losses, threats to food and water security, and the risks of forced migration because of sea level rise. But let me be clear, no Maldivian would willingly abandon their homeland, their island. We are determined to protect our islands, and inshallah, we will survive. Distinguished delegates, I urge the panel and member states to consider the multifaceted nature of sea level rise. Today, let us explore its impact on livelihoods, socio-economic challenges, and cultural heritage. I will highlight 3 points. First, we need to diversify our economies. For that, we need international support and stronger action to reduce emissions to reach the 1.5-degree goal. It is not enough to protect our shores. We need to protect the sustainable livelihoods of those whose lives are always dependent on the ocean, a resource that has sustained us for several millennia. Second, as we pursue economic resilience, we cannot afford to lose our identity, culture, and heritage. Safeguarding cultural identity requires more than words. It demands robust policies, resources, and resilient infrastructure. It requires us to empower communities, especially women and youth. Third, we must rethink how we approach discussions on sea level rise. Affected and displaced communities should not be left to fend for themselves. Sea level rise is a global issue, not one caused by any single country, and no single country should bear the burden alone. The United Nations should use the high-level meeting as a catalyst for further discussions. Future generations would expect us to be more empathetic, innovative, and adaptive. Everyone deserves a future where their livelihoods and cultures are secure. It is time to move beyond dialogue to decisive action. We brought this issue to the forefront over 30 years ago, and now, with the stakes higher than ever, we find ourselves making the same pleas. If we live without tangible outcomes today, we must ask ourselves, why are we even here? Thank you. I now have the pleasure to invite my